Have you ever felt trapped or manipulated in a relationship where your desires and boundaries are constantly challenged? In this video, we are going to explore 7 dark strategies that narcissists use to exploit you sexually and emotionally. By understanding these tactics, you'll be better prepared to recognize the early warning signs and protect yourself from their games. Stay with us throughout this video to gain valuable information and strategies to empower yourself. Let's begin. One of the most common and cruel tactics that narcissists use is to exploit and discard. At first, they'll make you feel like you're the only person in the world. They'll shower you with attention, compliments, and gifts. They'll make you feel special, admired, and loved. But all of this is a facade, a carefully constructed game to lure you into their web. Once the narcissist feels like they have you completely hooked, the mask starts to slip. The attention and adoration fade away and are replaced by indifference, criticism, and devaluation. They start to ignore you, belittle your feelings, and prioritize their own needs. You become an object, a source of validation for their ego. To illustrate this point, let's consider the story of Sophia. Sophia met a charming man at a party. He was attentive, funny, and seemed genuinely interested in her. However, after a few weeks, his behavior changed. He started criticizing her, ignoring her, and spending more time with his friends. Sophia felt confused and hurt, but she didn't understand what she had done wrong. The reality was that Sophia had done nothing wrong. She was simply the victim of a narcissistic cycle of exploitation and discard. Narcissists often use sex as a tool to gain power and control over their partners. For them, sex is not about emotional intimacy or connection, but about satisfying their own selfish needs. They seek to dominate and control the sexual experience, using manipulative tactics to get what they want. They might pressure you to do things you're not comfortable with. They might use sex as a weapon, withholding it as a form of punishment, or using it to make you feel guilty. Anna, for example, started a relationship that quickly became physical. However, she felt pressured into having sex before she felt ready. Her partner, a narcissist, blamed her, making her feel responsible for her own discomfort. This type of manipulation is common in relationships with narcissists. Remember, you have the right to set boundaries in any relationship, especially when it comes to sex. Infidelity is a complex issue that can have many causes. However, in the context of narcissism, infidelity often stems from a deep need for admiration and external validation. For a narcissist, infidelity is not necessarily about a lack of love or attraction to their current partner, but about feeding their insatiable ego. Because of their constant need to feel special and admired, narcissists often seek new conquests to validate their sense of importance. Laura, for example, discovered suggestive text messages on her husband's phone. When she confronted him, he denied it at first, but later admitted to having multiple affairs. Instead of showing remorse, he blamed her, saying that she wasn't giving him enough attention. It's important to remember that a narcissist's infidelity is not about you, but about their own personality disorder. You deserve to be with someone who is faithful to you and respects you. For a narcissist, relationships are often seen as transactions, a way to get what they want without having to give anything in return. Sex, in this context, is seen as a service that is owed to them, not as an expression of emotional intimacy or connection. They seek partners willing to satisfy their physical needs without demanding anything in return. They may promise love and commitment to get what they want, but their actions rarely match their words. Laura, for example, met a man at a bar who seemed charming and successful. After a few drinks, he invited her back to his apartment. She agreed, thinking that there might be a connection. However, after spending the night together, he became cold and distant. Laura had been the victim of a narcissist looking for no strings attached sex. You deserve to be with someone who values you for who you are, not just for what they can get from you physically. Blackmail and threats are common tactics used by narcissists to control and manipulate their partners. For a narcissist, their own needs and desires are paramount, and they'll do whatever it takes to satisfy them. They may threaten to harm you or someone you love, or they may use personal information against you to keep you under their control. They may also use emotional blackmail, making you feel guilty or responsible for their happiness. Clara, for example, was in a relationship with a man who became increasingly controlling. He wanted to have sex when he wanted, and if she refused, he would threaten her. He would tell her that if she really loved him, she wouldn't reject him. He also threatened to tell her friends and family about their sex life if she ever left him. Clara felt trapped and scared. It's important to remember that no one has the right to force you to do anything you don't want to do. If your partner is threatening or blackmailing you, it's crucial to seek help. Love bombing is a manipulation tactic used by narcissists to gain your trust and affection quickly. It's a form of showering you with love and attention, designed to make you feel special, adored, and completely in love with them in a short period of time. At first, it might seem like you've met your soulmate. They will shower you with gifts, compliments, declarations of love, and constant attention. They will seem to understand you perfectly and share all your interests and values. However, this charming facade quickly fades once the narcissist feels they have control. Marta, for example, met a man who seemed perfect for her. He was charming, attentive, and constantly told her how amazing she was. He showered her with gifts, took her on romantic dates, and made her feel like she was the only woman in the world. However, once they moved in together, his behavior changed. Love bombing is a form of emotional manipulation designed to make you vulnerable and dependent on the narcissist. Remember, true love is built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding, not manipulation and control. The most common and darkest tactic that narcissists use today to sexually manipulate you is triangulation with your insecurity. This tactic is particularly insidious because it preys on your deepest fears and doubts. The narcissist will start by making you feel insecure about yourself, either through subtle put-downs or overt comparisons to other people. Then, they will triangulate you with these other people, whether it's exes, attractive friends, or even strangers on social media. This creates a dynamic where you constantly feel in competition for their attention and affection. The narcissist may use this insecurity to pressure you into doing things you wouldn't normally do. It's essential to remember that your worth is not defined by the attention or approval of a narcissist. You deserve to be with someone who values you for who you are, not for how insecure they can make you feel. If you identify with any of the strategies we've discussed today, it's important to remember that you are not alone. Millions of people have been victims of narcissistic manipulation, and there is help available. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, the first step to breaking free is to recognize the abuse. Once you're aware of the tactics they're using, you can start setting boundaries and protecting yourself from their manipulation. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel loved, respected, and valued for who you are. Don't settle for less.